Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Demystifying Digital. This is Priya. Today, let's talk about e-commerce essentials in digital marketing. What are the basic things in digital marketing to help you become successful at e-commerce? Now, first of all, what is e-commerce? E-commerce is electronic commerce, basically goods and services bought and sold via the internet. The actual delivery of goods and service might happen offline, but the transaction happens online. Basically, the payment is made or an order is placed online. Now, e-commerce can be conducted on various channels. It could be via a website where your products and services are listed and somebody comes, looks at it and pays for it and purchases the product. Or it could be via your social media pages where your products are displayed and somebody has an intention to buy. You could give them a contact number or a link to place the order. There is also WhatsApp e-commerce. Now, the most popular e-commerce channel is of course the website or an app. Apps are usually for more sophisticated e-commerce entrepreneurs. Most entry-level entrepreneurs prefer a website because that is the most easy one to understand and execute. So a lot of e-commerce happens via websites. In earlier videos, we saw what are the requirements to set up a website and how much it costs and what are the essential things that you have to put in a website. For the sake of today's topic, let's assume that you already have a website where you put up all the details of your products, images, description, everything that is required for the customer to make an informed choice about whether they want to buy your product or service. So let's assume that is all in place. Now let's come to the second part. That is driving traffic. That is the most important aspect to e-commerce. The more people come to your website, the more transaction happens. That is understandable. The most essential component of successful e-commerce is to have a lot of traffic on your website. Now, a lot is a very subjective word. It depends on what you're selling, the value of your product. So if you're selling high value products, 10 people visiting your website a day could be enough, because even if one converts, you probably had a good sale because if your margins are very high. Or if it's a small value item, you might need thousands of people visiting your website every day in order to achieve sales goals. So let's put that aside. Actual traffic volume, let's not talk about actual traffic volume. That is very subjective. Even for offline stores, if 10 people walk into a store, one might end up being a buyer, the other 9 might just come in, look at the products and move away. A lot of people do window shopping, more so in the online space where they don't feel like they're being watched. So people feel very comfortable to do window shopping. Sometimes they might come once and then they'll come the second time, and the third time they might end up as buyers. Let's look at how to get your desired traffic volume to your website. We had talked about search engine optimization in another video. When you make your website discoverable by search engines like Google and Bing, so that people who are searching for your business could find you and come and buy your services or products. Doing search engine optimization is one way of driving traffic to your website. But that alone is not enough, because or if you've done a good job of search engine optimization, you might appear in the first page results of, say, Google search when somebody is searching for your specific product or service. But there could be so many others who are not even aware that they need your product or services. We would not be serving them by only doing search engine optimization. Also, your competitors are placing advertisements which will actually come above the organic results, which means even when you've appeared on the first page result, the person searching for that might end up clicking on the ad link and going to your competitor's website. So it is then important to also do advertisements. Now, there are 3 types of advertisements, digital ads, that you can do in order to drive traffic to your website. Number 1 is search engine ads. Number 2 is display ads. Display ads are those that appear as image ads or video ads on websites that you visit. Say you're reading the day's newspaper or some news article, and you will see ads are there on the sides, on the bottom of the page, at the top of the page as a banner. These are all display ads. Then there are also social media ads. So there are 3 kinds of ads: text ads on search engine results, display ads on websites, and social media ads. Now all 3 are important. Now, between these 3, how do you decide what is suitable for you and how much budget do you allocate? Let's analyze each of these ads one by one. For search ads, the most important factor are the keywords, words that the customers use to search for your product or service. Now, this could be a direct product name search. Say you're selling kurtis online, latest design kurtis, kurtis online, buy kurti online. These are kind of keywords that they might search for directly. Now, there could also be indirect keywords. Suppose somebody is looking for a birthday gift for a friend. They might come and search for birthday gifts under 500 rupees or something like that. If you are selling a kurti under 500 rupees, that could be a keyword that you could bid for and place your ad for, because if somebody is looking for a gift under 500 rupees, they could very well find you and buy your product to give to their friend or whoever. Keywords are essentially all the words related to your product, all the words related to your domain or your category of product. It could be all the ways your product could be used. It could be a need that your product is satisfying. It could be a problem that your product is solving. So any of these could be part of the keywords that a customer could use to search for you. Now, it is important that you make a list of all the ways that people could search for you and find keywords that are relevant for your business. There are lots of ways that people can search for you, but some keywords might have a huge search volume and some might have a very low search volume. Now, among this, you will have to decide which one is more relevant and then use those keywords to place your ads for. How do you find out which keyword has what level of search? When you sign up for Google Ads, there is a tool within Google Ads, a keyword research tool, that shows you monthly search volume for any of the keywords. You could use that to decide which are the keywords that you want to bid for. So if many people are using keywords to search for your products, then definitely you have to place ads on the Google search network where your ad will show up as a ad result in the Google search results page. So they will come either at the first 2 or 3 results and it will be mentioned it's sponsored. But what if not many people are searching for your product? Your product could be a new product, it could be a new variation on some existing product or new technology. Then people don't know that they need it. In that case, how do you, because if they're not searching for it, you can't place your product as a result, right? Then that is when you have to use display ads and social ads. Display ads are also useful when your product is an impulse purchase. Obviously, when it comes to fashion and consumables, most of the time it is impulse purchase. If you keep showing me kurti images, I might get tempted to buy it. It may not be a need, it may not be something that I will go and actively search for. But if it's an impulse purchase, if I can be tempted into that, or if it is something that I don't even know that I need, then display ads come in very handy. Same way with social ads. So if you ask me how would you allocate the budget, if your product is new or an impulse purchase, allocate more towards display and social ads, maybe 70% towards that and 30% towards search ads. Or if it's the other way around, if it is an essential need, if a lot of people are searching for it, if the search volume is very high, then allocate a larger percentage towards search ads and lesser towards display and social ads. Once you have ensured that enough traffic is coming to your website based on your different advertisements, what are the things that you should do on your website in order to convert them? Now, because it's not enough to get traffic, you have to convert the traffic into paying customers. So what do? There are a few things that you can do on the website itself. First of all, the hygiene factors you have to take care of. The website has to load well. There should be no errors. Everything has to run smoothly. There should be no broken links. All of that are hygiene factors. So assuming that you've done all of that. The next thing is, on the website itself, give them reasons to believe that yours is a product that they should buy by talking about the value of your product, maybe showing testimonials. If your customers have rated you, maybe displaying that, a rating on each of the product or service. So these are ways that you can give them some kind of a proof that yours is a reliable service and they should buy this. And since they're on the website, while they are spending their time looking at your images and the descriptions, allow them a chance to sign up for a newsletter or something. In many websites, you would have noticed that while you're on the website, suddenly a pop-up comes that says sign up for a newsletter. Now, this is a very good way to capture that client and keep them in your list so that you can use that newsletter sign up, their email ID, to target them for later on. Even if they have made a purchase now, you could keep sending them new releases, pictures, and information about your company and information about new launch and various things. And if a customer has come to your website, the traffic has converted into a sale, well and good. Ensure that they're you capture the email, keep sending them newsletters, try and bring them onto your social media pages to engage them further, send them a request to give you a feedback. What about the traffic that has come to your website and has left without buying anything? Now, we had earlier talked about retargeting ads. Retargeting ads are basically advertisements that you use in order to follow a customer. Once they've come to your website, you follow them wherever they go using either social ads or display ads, and keep showing them your advertisements so that you entice them into coming back. Now, you can keep retargeting somebody for any length of time, maybe even for up to a month or 2 months. It's up to you to decide. It could be based on what you are selling. Let's say you are selling hot water thermos. Now, if somebody had come searching for a hot water thermos, most likely they would have, because those kind of things are need basis, right? If they wanted, they would have bought it in the first 2-3 days. So it may not make sense for you to keep showing it to them again and again and again. Maybe follow them for 2-3 days, and after that, it may not make sense for you to continue following that particular customer. But if you're selling everyday consumption items or impulse purchase items, then it might make sense for you to continue following them for a longer period of time, because they might finally be convinced and come and buy from you. Google Analytics is an important tool to have in order to track your e-commerce traffic. Google Analytics is a free tool. You can sign up for it, and as soon as you sign up, Google will give you a pixel code which you have to place on your website. Once you have that, then Google Analytics will keep looking at your website, and it will give you very accurate information of the traffic to your website. It will tell you how many people visited on every single day. It will even give you real-time data. If you go to the Google Analytics site, if your site has been connected, it will show you how many people are currently on the website. It will show you what pages they are visiting, who visited, how long they stayed on each page, what is the bounce rate. Bounce rate is when somebody comes to your page and leaves without spending enough time. That is, if they go off within the first few seconds, it's called a bounce. If the bounce rate is very high, that means people are coming to your website and immediately going off. Especially if somebody has seen an ad and then come to your website, but what they see is not what they wanted, they will leave. This means that your ad does not have the right information. They've been, maybe the customer is confused as to why they should come to your website, and maybe they came here expecting something else. So if the ad traffic is having a lot of very high bounce rates, say over 70%, that means something is wrong in your ad wordings. There are also the kind of people who will come to your website, add products to their shopping cart, but then leave without buying. These are called cart abandonments. Most e-commerce website should have a tool to target the cart abandonment. If not, it can be built, or you could manually do it also. You look at who's abandoned the cart and then send them an email reminder saying, hey, these items are there in your cart. What is the reason you've not made the purchase? Can we do something to help you to further the purchase? So these kind of emails can be sent. Most entrepreneurs find all of this information a lot to assimilate in one go. All of this is not very difficult to do. Any e-commerce consultant will be able to help you with this. If you want to consult with me on how your e-commerce website can be set up and how you can improve your sales via digital marketing techniques, write to me at priya@prequellab.com. That is all in today's Demystifying Digital. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you. Bye-bye.